Beautiful Day, White Bird, and before that was Gary Burton with the new quartet, Open Your Eyes, You Can Fly, the version without fluorine singing. It's 15 minutes past 2 o'clock, time to break for some news from ABC. Paul McCartney and Wings, Time to Hide, from the new album at the speed of sound, which is not a great album, but it's got about 3 nice songs on it, that being one of them. We heard Frampton with The Lodger from his first solo album, and Graham Nash did Chicago. Now, you may have heard that Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young are all in the recording studio, but no one's sure exactly what'll come of it. An album wouldn't be a bad idea. 25 minutes before 3 o'clock. The Women's Studies Friday seminar continues with sex typing and children's toys in historical perspective. The speaker will be Maureen Mahoney, PhD candidate in Human Development and Family Studies at Cornell. That's at 12:15 in the Industrial and Labor Relations Conference Center, which is room 105 on the Cornell campus on Friday, May 7th. Childcare will be provided.
This Friday, the King Biscuit Flower Hour presents Harry Chapin and Janice Ian, right here on VBR.
And this week's Biscuit Flower Hour is brought to you by Ithaca's Electronic Center, Stereo Shack. You can find them at 704 West Buffalo Street, downtown in Ithaca.
Tonight, the Cornell Cinema presents John Huston's 1948 Academy Award winner, Key Largo, part of the Cornell Cinema's Heroes and Heroines series, tonight at 8 in Cornell's Uris Hall, $1.25 unlimited to the Cornell community.
Jaime Wohl sitting in for Gary Fasick this afternoon. He'll be back Thursday afternoon. I'll be here till 5:30. This is Colorado from the Burrito Brothers. From Madman Across the Water, Elton John. I just love the image of Jesus blowing up balloons in that song. It's called Leave On. We heard Emerson, Lake and Palmer from Trilogy with the Endless Enigma. And before the byline, Colorado from Rick Roberts and the Flying Burrito Brothers. Cutting Motors has something they want you to see. Honda's brilliant CVCC Advanced Stratified Charge Engine. It meets all 1976 emissions requirements without a catalytic converter, and it runs a long way on regular low-lead or no-lead gas. In EPA mileage estimates, the Honda Civic CVCC manual transmissions models averaged 43 miles per gallon on the highway, 32 miles per gallon in the city, and 36 miles per gallon combined. Your mileage might vary, but Cutting Motors has 4 different ways to get a CVCC engine. The Honda Civic CVCC sedan, hatchback, 5-speed, and wagon. Stop in at Cutting Motors for a test drive. And while you're there, they can show you some other nice things the Honda Civic has as standard equipment, like rack and pinion steering, front-wheel drive, dual diagonal braking system, self-adjusting power-assisted, and full interior carpeting, reclining front bucket seats, and more. Test drive a Honda Civic at Cutting Motors on the Elmira Road.
But what about men who start fire?
Well, Tonto, they have a choice. Either they'll put an end to careless fires, or they'll put an end to the forest. Let's go.
Hi-ho. It's 2 minutes after 2 o'clock. You're listening to VBR. That is WVBR FM in Ithaca. I'm Jaime Wohl, and it's time for the hitching post. And we'll do drivers first. Larry is driving to New York, Long Island, this Friday, May the 7th, early. So if you think he can get up early Friday morning for a ride to New York, his number is 273-8618. And he can take 2 people along. Glenn is driving to Clifton, New Jersey this Friday. He can take 3 or 4 people, and he has 2 numbers. You can reach him at 273-8994, and if he's not there, he'll be at 273-4000. Mark is going to the Syracuse War Memorial May 8th. He doesn't have a phone, but his address is 1191 Taganic Boulevard. So if you go over there, you can get in touch with him. You can take 3 people along to Syracuse. Richard is leaving for Princeton May 7th, Friday at 12:30 in the daytime. His number is 277-3592. Joe has room for 2 to 3 riders to go to Toronto May 14th, leaving from Cortland. His number is 756-9411. And one last driver. This one's going to Washington, D.C. His name is Don, and he'll be leaving Thursday, May 6th. can take 3 people along, and the number is 272-2885. And now for the riders. Rhea would like to go to Winnipeg, Canada, or anywhere west, Chicago, Minneapolis. She'd like to leave later than May 13th or May 13th. And so if you're going west or to Winnipeg, Canada, Rhea's number is 272-6258. Paul would like a ride to Vancouver, BC. After May 20th, the number is 256-2838. Martha would like to go to Boston to see the Little Feat concert, which is happening tomorrow. So if you can leave either today or tomorrow and return after the concert, May 6th or 7th. She has 2 to 3 people with her. So if you want to take a bunch of people and save money to go to the Little Feat concert tomorrow, you can get in touch with her at 273-2893. Audrey and Tammy would like a ride anytime to Martha's Vineyard or Boston's Cape Cod, 272-5046. Linda needs a ride to Brockport or Rochester, New York. Any weekend. The number is 272-3204. Steve Burke is looking for a ride to Eugene, Oregon. May 21st. His number is 272-3137 or 256-4996. Lynn needs a ride to New Mexico or any place near New Mexico, approximately May 10th. So that's the beginning of next week. Her number is 272-6423. And Ted would like to go to Fairfield County or Westchester County, May 6th, tomorrow, 272-8893. Sharon needs a ride to Burlington, Vermont, this Sunday, May 9th. Her phone number is 256-0421. Nancy Terry needs a ride to Montreal. She'll be leaving either the 6th, 7th, or 8th. So if you're going up to Montreal, call Nancy Terry at 256-0113. 256-0113. Dave Heston needs a ride to Westchester County or New York City on either Saturday or Sunday, May 8th or 9th. He can leave anytime and will gladly share expenses. His number is 272-9583. And that's it for the Hitching Post today. We'll hear the Hitching Post again, 7:30 tonight. Winning from a guy named Russ Ballard. Now, you've heard Russ Ballard with the Zombies and with Argent. And he's put out 2 solo albums. This one is the second, and it's much better than the first. It's called Winning. That's the title track. And Bruce Springsteen did Thunder Road from Born to Run. It's 3:15. Time for news from ABC. Jethro Tull with You There to Help Me from the Benefit album, which I think has a good case for being the best Jethro Tull album. And Moody Blues, Tuesday afternoon, 28 minutes before 4 o'clock.
At Elba's Italian Kitchen, 408 Eddy Street in Collegetown.
And you can enjoy Elba's Tasty Cataloni tonight for $1.95 between 5 and 9. Their phone number is 277-3386. Jaime Wohl inhabiting your radio this afternoon in place of Gary Fassick. Some music from Stephen Stills, the new album Illegal Stills. Patti Smith with Kimberly, song for her little sister. And we heard Ron Wood, who I guess is now an official Rolling Stone, doing I Got Lost When I Found Her, and Stephen Stills, Midnight in Paris. One of the verses in that song was written by his French wife, Véronique Sanson, who is a very good French singer in her own right. And the album was Illegal Stills. As you might know, it's Be Kind to Animals Week, and our SPCA in Tompkins County, which is at 1640 Hanshaw Road, is cooperating with nearly 1,200 similar organizations on the 62nd annual observance of Be Kind to Animals Week. So be kind to your pet and show your concern for the lost, unwanted, and sometimes abused animals that the SPCA picks up and cares for every week by sending your contribution of $5 or more, which entitles you to a membership in the funds of the SPCA. And their address again is 1640 Henshaw Road. Tonight on the Wednesday night version of the Album of the Week, we'll be playing the new Steve Goodman album. It's his fourth, and it's called Words We Can Dance To. It's brought to you by the people at Stereo Shack, 704 West Buffalo Street in downtown Ithaca. And Steve Goodman's album will be played in its entirety at 11:20 tonight. Jaime Wohl with you on WVBR FM. It's 52 degrees and a bit cloudy. Get down to about 40 degrees tonight. Nat King Cole, the late Nat King Cole, has a daughter named Natalie, and she has an album out called Inseparable. The Rolling Stones from the Flowers album with Out of Time. We heard from the Stanley Kubrick production of A Clockwork Orange, Beethoven's Ninth, the fourth movement, a little bit abridged and a little bit strange. And this will be from Natalie Cole. If you're in the mood for pizza right now, call Piro's, 272-1950. They have the hottest, freshest, and cheapest pizza in town, price-wise. Call 272-1950. They give you free delivery anywhere in Ithaca. Piro's has been serving Cornell Ithaca College in downtown Ithaca for 16 years. And they know what you like. That's Piro's Pizza, free delivery, and good pizza, 272-1950. This Friday night's King Biscuit Flower Hour is brought to you by Ithaca's Electronics Center, Stereo Shack, at 704 West Buffalo Street. It's 4:02, WVBR FM in Ithaca. I'm Jaime Wohl. Hope you're having a good afternoon. Walk On from Neil Young. That's from the On the Beach album, which never went anywhere and wasn't such a great album. That's probably why, but I like that song. It's called Walk On. Bonnie Raitt from her latest record did Good Enough, and You Are the Woman. Requested music. That was Firefall, Rick Roberts' new group. It's 11 minutes past 4 o'clock, and the Trumansburg Thespians will be presenting the musical play Bye Bye Birdie this Friday, May 7th, and Saturday, May 8th, at the Trumansburg High School Auditorium. Curtain time is 8:15, and admission is $1.50 for adults, $1 for students. This is Seasons from Steve Miller Band. Steve Miller Band from Brave New World with Seasons. Turn It Loose from the new Doobie Brothers record, Taking It to the Streets, and Bad Company, Feel Like Making Love. The American Cancer Society and Planned Parenthood is going to be conducting free pap tests at their free pap test clinic this Saturday, May 8th, at the Planned Parenthood Corps headquarters at 512 East State Street in Ithaca. There's parking available off East Seneca Street. Women over 40 and those who don't regularly have pap tests are urged to take advantage of this opportunity. So call the Cancer Society for an appointment. 273-0430. Again, 273-0430. Walk-ins are welcome, but you may have to wait.
Tonight, the Cornell Cinema presents John Huston's Key Largo, part of the Cornell Cinema's Heroes and Heroines series, tonight at 8 in Cornell's Uris Hall, $1.25 and limited to the Cornell community.
This Friday at 11:30 a.m., join us for the Backtrack series, our weekly look into the past of recording history. This week it's Frank Zappa's Hot Rats, and it's brought to you by the Rongovian Embassy in Trumansburg. Well, it's that time again. Countdown 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm Ron Maida for the Progressive Radio Network.
The Newsgroup Pussy Fair, Ithaca's most complete arts and crafts center. They've gathered the original artwork of nearly 100 artists and craftspersons in one convenient location. Things like leather goods, stained glass, pottery, candles, jewelry findings, macrame supplies, and they also have supplies such as hishi and liquid silver. Custom orders in all media are welcome. Fantasy Fair, a perpetual crafts fair. It's just across from the State Theater in downtown Ithaca. Jimi Hendrix from The Cry of Love, which was the first of many posthumous albums for Jimi Hendrix. Mr. Tambourine Man, the version off the Bangladesh concert album, Bob Dylan. The people at Cutting Motors have the 1976 Honda Civic. It has rack and pinion steering and front-wheel drive and has terrific handling. It runs on regular, low-lead or no-lead gas. In an EPA mileage estimate, the Honda Civic 4-speed model got 41 miles per gallon on the highway, 28 miles per gallon in the city, and 32 miles per gallon combined. Your mileage may vary. Cutting Motors is at 315 Elmira Road. You can go down and test drive a Honda Civic at Cutting Motors. Take home your memories and not your luggage. Storage with Stowage. 272-3355. 12 and a half minutes before 5 o'clock. I'm Jaime Wohl, and Steve Young whose claim to fame, and very legitimate claim to fame, is that he wrote Seven Bridges Road, that both Ian Matthews, Joan Baez, I guess Rita Coolidge, too, have done. He has a second solo album called Honky Tonk Man, and he does a familiar song that the band wrote, The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down. Emmylou Harris doing the Burrito Brothers' Wheels from her second album, Elite Hotel. Dave Mason, A Heartache, A Shadow, A Lifetime, and The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down, Steve Young's version. It's 1.5 minutes past 5 on WVBR FM in Ithaca. I'm Jaime Wohl, sitting in for Gary Fassick this afternoon. The weather looks like this: sunny intervals and breezy most of the afternoon. High about 50 degrees, partly cloudy tonight, low near 40. Sunny periods and windy, partly tomorrow, with a chance of showers late in the day, high about 70 degrees tomorrow. Chance of rain, 10% today, 30% tonight and tomorrow. Right now it's 49 degrees. I've always been a fan of Camelot. I just loved knights and ladies and the round table and everything like that when I was little. And as a result, I found this song by Donovan about the Lady Guinevere. And it says on the album, all of a sudden I was there, 400 AD, hiding like a child watching. Jefferson Airplane from Surrealistic Pillow. Before that was Sparks with This Town Ain't Big Enough for the Both of Us and I Ain't Gonna Leave. And Guinevere from Donovan's Sunshine Superman album. 12 minutes past 5.
At Elba's Italian Kitchen, 408 Eddy Street in College Town.
Enjoy Elba's tasty cannelloni, only $1.95 tonight between 5 and 9. This is the Poussette Dart Band. Dire Wolf from Working Men's Dead, The Grateful Dead. We heard Jesse Colin Young from the Song for Julie LP, Evening. Mary McCaslin did Randy Newman's Living Without You from her second album, and Poussette Dart Band, what can I say? It's 25 after 5. How would you like to win an entire set of all 7 Loggins and Messina albums? Well, VBR is going to be giving away 2 sets this weekend. All you have to do is listen in on Friday and Saturday afternoons, and WVBR's Gordon Clark will be stationed somewhere in town. VBR will announce his location along with the password you'll have to know to win the albums. Gordon will be easy to spot. He'll be wearing his VBR t-shirt. If you find him first, you'll win a set of 7 Loggins and Messina albums, courtesy of Columbia Records. That's this Friday and Saturday afternoons on VBR. Listen in, find Gordon Clark, and win. Tuesday nights can be dull, unless you know your way to the Haunt. In the alley on 114 West Green Street, the Haunt's one place you can be sure of finding something happening. Friendly people gather to enjoy pitchers of mixed drinks for $2.50, and there's plenty of free popcorn. For pitchers of mixed drinks, meet your friends in the alley tonight. It's 52 degrees, and it'll be a little bit chilly tonight in the 40s. Sunny periods tomorrow, though, with temperatures in the 70s. Peter Susser's in a few minutes for World Report, and stay tuned for Andy Denmark after that. I'm Jaime Wohl. Have a nice evening.